Hello, grade 4. Today we're going to start by going over your vocabulary words for the week. The first word is compassionate. The second word is enterprise. The third word exceptional. The fourth word funds. Next, innovative, followed by process, routine, and undertaking. All right, let's discuss the meanings of the words. All right, the first word is compassionate. Compassionate means to be sympathetic. Okay, sympathetic means that you can feel sorry for someone else. You can put yourself in their place and feel the way that they would feel. This is when you show compassion to someone. So, compassionate is when you are understanding of someone else's feelings, when you can feel the way that you think they might feel, when you care about that person, okay? I could tell she was a compassionate and caring person by the way she hugged her sister. Okay? Compassionate is someone who is caring and has sympathy for you, meaning that they feel sorry for you and your bad situation. All right? Compassionate. Enterprise. Enterprise is something difficult or important that a person plans or tries to do. Okay, enterprise. Starting a whitewater rafting business was an exciting new enterprise for Tom. Okay, so Tom is starting a new business that is his enterprise. That is something difficult that he plans to do or tries to do. Exceptional. Exceptional means to be extraordinary. It means to be amazingly good at something. Okay, it means to be very talented or very gifted. Okay, exceptional. Monica is an exceptional and talented flute player. It means she plays the flute extremely well. Funds. Funds are money that is ready for use. Money that you have put aside for something, and the funds are collected for a particular reason. Nicole's class held a bake sale to raise funds to buy books for the library. So they collected money to buy books for the library. Okay, so funds are money that is ready for a particular use. All right, our next word is innovative. Innovative is when something is new or done in a new or different way. Innovative. Sam enjoyed trying out the new innovative racing wheelchair. Sam is in a wheelchair, and they've made this racing wheelchair that looks somewhat like a bicycle for him so that he can race. Okay? Innovative, when we do something in a new way. Process. Process is the series of actions that you perform when you make or you do something. Okay? It's like the steps that you take to do something from the beginning to the end. An important step in the process of making a pie is to roll out the crust. So when you make like a pizza pie or a regular pie like apple, you make the crust as one of the steps, okay, by rolling it out. Process is to do the steps from the beginning to the end, from the start of making something to the end of finishing it, okay? Routine. Routine is a fixed way or a special method of doing something, okay? Like in our sentence, Brittany loved the daily routine of walking her dog. Brittany's routine is that she walks her dog every day. Okay? Maybe some people have the routine that they go to the beach once a month. Some people have the routine that they eat fish every Friday. Some people have the routine that they go for a walk in the morning before they get ready for work. A routine is something that is done in a fixed way. Okay? Undertaking. Undertaking is when you decide to do or start something. Okay? Cleaning up Tim's messy bedroom was going to be a big undertaking, meaning that once he started it, it was going to be a big job. Okay? Undertaking is when someone decides to do or start something. Okay? All right, that's our vocabulary words for the week. Let's take a look at our story. Our story is called our story is called Dollars and Cents. I was looking here where it says shared read. That's where we read it together. All right, our question that we're going to be thinking about as we read is how can starting a business help others? Dollars and cents. Behind the success of these big businesses is a desire to help others. Good business is not always about the bottom line. The bottom line means how much money you make. A compassionate company knows that making money is not the only way to measure success. Compassionate, a company that's caring, okay, a company that cares for others. Many large businesses in the United States and all over the world are finding unusual ways to help people in need. Hearts and souls. Notice that the word souls here is spelled like the bottom of your shoe. After starting and running 4 businesses, Blake McCoskey wanted a break from his usual routine. Remember, the routine is something that you do in a fixed way, something that you do in a pattern. You do it over and over. In 2006, he traveled to Argentina in South America. And while he was there, he learned to sell and dance. He also visited poor villages where very few of the children had shoes. Mykowski decided he had to do something. I'm going to start a shoe company, and for every pair I sell, I'm going to give 1 pair to a kid in need. For this new undertaking, remember an undertaking is when you decide to start to do something. For this new undertaking, Mikoski started the business using his own money. He named it Tom's Shoes for Tomorrow. The slip-on shoes are modeled on shoes that are traditionally worn by Argentine workers. Mikoski immediately set up his innovative one-on-one program. Innovative means something done in a new way. Tom's gives away 1 pair of shoes for every pair that is purchased. Later that year, Mikoski returned to Argentina and gave away 10,000 pairs of shoes. By 2011, Tom's had donated over 1 million pairs. Okay, what a nice story about a guy who saw children in need and he found a way to help them. Okay, sometimes it's about giving back. The company has expanded to sell eyeglasses. In a similar program, 1 pair of eyeglasses is donated for every pair that is bought. Mikoski is pleased and surprised. I always thought I would spend the first half of my life making money and the second half giving it away, Mikoski says. I never thought I could do both at the same time. So not only is he making money, but he's giving things away as well. Giving back rocks. Have you ever seen a Hard Rock Cafe? The company runs restaurants and hotels. In 1990, the company launched a new enterprise charity. Remember, we said enterprise is something difficult or important that a person plans to do. This enterprise is something very important because it's charity and helps other people. Since then, it has given away millions of dollars to different causes. Its motto is love all, serve all. On one way the company raises funds, remember money set aside for something, for charity is by selling a line of t-shirts. The process starts with rock stars designing the art that goes on the t-shirt. The process, remember that's the steps it takes to make something. Then the shirts are sold on the internet. Part of the money that is raised from the sales of the shirts is given to charity. Employees at Hard Rock Cafe locations are encouraged to raise money for their community. Every store does it differently. Okay, there's a picture of a Hard Rock Cafe here at the bottom. The restaurant in Hollywood, Florida, worked with some exceptional students from 2 Florida high schools. Exceptional means extraordinary, okay? Together, they put on an event to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The Make-A-Wish Foundation is a foundation that grants wishes to children with serious medical problems. Okay, they give kids like the uh, very elaborate and fancy wishes because they have serious medical problems and their lives are in danger. The bottom line, every day companies are thinking of innovative ways to give back to their community. If you own a business, making a profit is important. That means to make money. However, helping others is just as important as the bottom line. Bottom line is whether or not you make money. Helping others is good business. Okay, so if we remember, our essential question was, how can starting a business help others? And we saw that these businesses not only want to make money, but they want to give something back to their communities. Okay? All right, that's your vocabulary for the week. Let's talk about literary terms. Our literary terms, the first one this week is rereads. Okay, again, we know reread means to read again. Okay? When you don't understand something in the text and you're reading, and you might have a question and say, okay, well, why did that happen? Or I don't understand where this came from. Go back and reread the text, find the answer to what you're looking for, find a way to understand what it is that you are having trouble understanding. Rereading can often help you understand. Okay. All right, next we have main idea and key details. Okay, the main idea is the most important idea that an author presents in the text or the section of text. Okay, the main idea is what the whole text is talking about. Key details give us more information about that main idea. All right, let's take a look. Our main idea here is Hard Rock Cafe sells a line of T-shirts to raise funds for charity. So the paragraph is talking about the fact that they sell these T-shirts to make money for charity. It says that rock stars designed the art. That tells us more about the T-shirts. The shirts are sold on the internet. More about the T-shirts. Part of the money that is raised from the sale of the shirts is given to charity. Again, talking about the shirts. The key details tell us about our main idea. Okay. All right. Again, main idea. The most important idea that an author presents in a text or a section of text. Key details give important information to support the main idea. There are both the meanings for your literary terms, main idea, and key details. All right, persuasive article. Persuasive article. This is our genre this week, persuasive article. A persuasive article is true. It states the writer's opinion on a topic. It tells you what the writer thinks about what he is writing. Like when he told the story in the persuasive article about Tom and his adventure, in his venture to make a company where he could sell shoes and give away shoes. He says that this is a really great idea and it's good to give back. He gives his opinion. Okay, he gives facts and examples. He talked about how many shoes they had given away and how that number had increased by 2011. So he gives facts, he gives examples of how when he went to Argentina, he gave the shoes away. May include text features such as headings and graphs. Okay, every week we have text features that we point out. This week we have headings and graph. Okay, we know that headings, because we've taken several times before, are the little mini titles throughout our story. Let's go back and take a look. Here we have a heading, Giving Back Rocks. Here we have another one, The Bottom Line. So we know that what we're talking about here is how giving back is a good thing. Here we have the bottom line talking about whether or not a company makes money. Okay, this is a chart. Okay, this is a chart, or is it called a graph? Let me see. What do we call it here? It's called a graph. Okay, so this is what we call a bar graph. Okay, a bar graph. I bet you've taken this in math before with Mr. Ahmed. This is a bar graph, and it shows the top 5 biggest charities. United Way Worldwide, the Salvation Army, America Cares, Feed the Children, and Food for the Poor. These are the top 5 charities, and the bars represent the amount of money that they have donated. Okay? All right, so we can look at the chart and tell which one has donated the most, United Way Worldwide. Okay, the chart shows how much they have given away. All right, so the chart gives us extra information to understand our story. It says here individuals as well as businesses are committed to helping people in need. This graph shows the American charities that got the most donation in one recent year and how much money they raised. Okay, so this is the money that was donated and that they raised to help charities. All right, this is a graph. This is called a bar graph to be specific. Okay, all right, let's see. I do believe, yep, that's all of our literary terms for the week. Again, let's go over very quickly our words one more time. Vocabulary: compassionate, to care, and to be able to put yourself in someone else's shoes, to be able to feel what they feel. Enterprise: enterprise is something that is difficult or important that a person plans to do. Exceptional means to be extraordinary. In this case, the girl is very talented. Funds are money that are the money that is set aside for a particular purpose. Innovative is a new way of doing something. Process is the steps it takes to do something from the beginning to the end. Routine is something you do in a fixed way. Maybe you do something every week, maybe you do something every month, maybe you do something every day. Undertaking is something that someone decides to do or to start doing, okay? All right, and let's take a look again. Reread, we said means to read again. We do that when we do not understand something. We go back and reread to help us. Main idea, the most important point or idea that an author makes, and the details give us more information about the main idea. All right, and then we have persuasive article. A persuasive article is something written that is true, and it gives the writer's opinion, and it uses facts and examples to explain uh, the point and the point of view of the writer and how they form their opinion. We have two text features this week: headings and graphs. Graph, we have a picture of a bar graph in our story that gives us a way to visualize, to be able to see numerical information, which means it gives us information about numbers, okay, and it shows us in a way that we can see the information. Headings we have are the small titles throughout the story that tell us what each section of text is about. All right, that's it for vocabulary. And the small story that introduces your vocabulary, dollars and cents, and your literary terms for the week. Okay, so we should write in our notebook: reread, main idea, key details, persuasive article, graph, and headings. And we should write the meanings of each of those words. Okay, I'll write with the students in class, and I'll post the notes for you. Okay, all right, have a good day. Bye bye.